People often say, you'll end up alone, as if it's a warning, as if loneliness is the worst fate a person could ever face. But some words lose their power with time, because when you look back on your life, you begin to realize something many people never understand. Most of the hardest battles you fought alone. You made painful decisions when no one was there to guide you. You faced storms that threatened to break you, and yet you kept moving forward. There were days when the weight of life felt unbearable, when exhaustion settled deep into your soul, and still, somehow, you found the strength to continue. Not because you wanted to do everything on your own, but because life sometimes leaves you with no other choice. Many people mistake solitude for emptiness. They see someone walking alone and assume there must be something missing inside them. What they fail to see are the experiences, the lessons, and the scars carried beneath the surface. The silent evidence of someone who has learned how to survive, rebuild, and rise again without depending on anyone else. Of course, there are nights when the silence feels heavy. There are moments when you wish someone was beside you, someone who understands your heart without explanations, someone who sees your pain and chooses to stay. True companionship is precious, and its absence can ache in ways words cannot describe. But there is another truth that few people talk about. Learning to be comfortable with yourself is one of the deepest forms of freedom, because when you learn how to support yourself, how to heal your own wounds, and how to keep walking even when the road seems endless, the fear of being alone begins to disappear. What becomes truly frightening is something else entirely: being with someone who doesn't value you, being surrounded by people who never truly see you, feeling abandoned while standing in a crowded room. Many people use the phrase, "you'll end up alone," as if it were a punishment, never realizing that some of us have already survived something far more painful, feeling lonely in the presence of others. And once you experience that kind of loneliness, something changes inside you. You become more careful about who you allow into your life. You learn to protect your peace. You stop accepting empty connections simply because you fear being alone. And you discover that your worth is not determined by who stays or who leaves. Your worth is determined by the respect, kindness, and love you give yourself. So the next time someone says, "you'll end up alone," perhaps all you need to do is smile, because solitude is not always a loss. Sometimes it is the most honest way to remain faithful to yourself. Sometimes it is the courage to reject what is less than you deserve. Sometimes it is the path that leads to healing, growth, and self-respect. And sometimes it is the reminder that the person who has learned how to walk alone is also the person who knows how to recognize, appreciate, and hold on to those who truly deserve a place in their life. In the end, being alone is not the tragedy people make it out to be. The real tragedy is losing yourself just to avoid it.
If this story stayed with you, if it touched something deep inside you, please leave a like and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Thank you for being here.